What is up, peeps? It is time for another episode of Chibi No Podcast. Take number 2.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, let's just not. Technical difficulties occurred.
You got
There
me,
was actually
David
straight
Smash
hate.
fan.
Mister.
Japorium.
Boricua Senpai.
And Shark King, the result of technical.
The result of Shark King. I need a drink. We have to reformat the SD card and everything. It's okay. Luckily, I have that already backed up. We just lost our first recording, which is okay. It happens.
Nothing important, right?
No, it was. They lost a tangent and Helmer brother being an asshole. So
You are being a butthole. You're freaking singing Back to the Future when thinking about E.T.
hey, both are good songs though.
I never said they weren't. I
You
just
guys
said
only missed 45 minutes of this fighting.
yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to get more of it, I'm sure.
There you go.
Yes.
See?
One of the things that I started off the last recording with, which I'm going to start off again, is to our number one fan, Paul. Okay, exclusion for Javi, but you others are rat bastards. I watch what you guys asked me to watch, but you guys won't watch what I watch. And Paul, Hentai Paul, shout out to you. I started watching it's just Reacher. Okay, the new one on Amazon Prime. Pretty good. It's just a testosterone-filled, manly type of show. No frills. It's just straightforward. It's crime and action, and I like it for that reason.
And I've been watching Iron Blooded Orphans because he told me to.
Yeah, well,
3 years later.
3 years. Okay.
Better late than never.
Yeah.
Is that the one with
Iron Blooded Orphans, yes.
No, I'm talking about the one with Jim from The Office.
No, see, so I don't know. Yeah, that's. I think
Tom
that's Tom
Clancy.
Clancy.
Oh, okay.
But it's Alan Ritchson. You haven't watched the Fast and Furious films.
It's okay. You don't
But
have to.
he's
You only
also
watched Tokyo Drift for an obvious reason.
for
What's the song?
various reasons. I wonder if you know how they do in Tokyo. If you see it, then you mean it, then you know you
He's
have to
also
go.
in Blue Mountain State.
He's in what?
Blue Mountain State, I think.
Yes, he is.
He's in a funny scene in Blue Mountain State
And
because
did you guys watch Titans on HBO or no?
Oh,
It's
no.
garbage. The storyline was good, but the acting and the directing was just weak. But he plays Hawk in that. If you watch it, he's a really good actor. I think he's a very diverse. No, not Hawks. Hawk. But
Hawk 2. Give it that Hawk 2.
God damn it.
If you watch Blue Mountain, it's funny because there's a scene where he's like watching for his football. He's like his team, and the girl wants to hook up with one of his teammates. Like, hold up, show me the condom. And he's like, see, it's good, man. Don't worry. Yeah, right. He rips the condom, pours beer in it, and there's holes. You're trying to impregnate my boy? Get out of here.
You know, I get that reference. I actually saw that
Wait,
video.
what?
I get that video. I saw that video.
That happened to me.
My wife did the same thing.
Well,
No,
that's how you married Anna.
Did you ever? This is my last attempt. Did you guys ever watch? I think it's The Wedding Ringer. It's Kevin Hart and Josh Gad, the guy that plays Olaf or whatever his name is, the snowman.
The Wedding Ringer?
I think that's what it's called. Either way, it's Kevin Hart does a service where you rent him for groomsmen that don't have friends, and then he basically
that's
plans
sad.
out. He's the guy that stutters. He's the big like yoked white guy that just stutters. That's him.
Oh, okay.
Is this like rent a boyfriend?
No, but you rent groomsmen.
Oh,
It's a rent a friend.
Rent a best man.
Rent a best man. That's
it
what
should
it is.
be.
The Wedding Ringer.
Oh, no.
It's an okay movie.
Okay.
I was just thinking of The Ringer with Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, but it's The Wedding something. But it's Josh Gad and Kevin
Okay,
Hart.
I'll
It's
have to watch it.
decently funny.
Josh Gad's from The Rocker,
Yes, I know.
piano player.
No, he's the keyboard player.
Oh, my God. You're such a bitch.
Well, then here we go. But that's it. Shout out to Paul. Thank you for the recommendation. Once I finish that one, we'll actually have a conversation about it.
Yep.
Piggybacking on from this last time, he also helped me find Tekken Bloodline on Netflix, which is a short animated version of the Tekken storyline. They did basically it's Tekken 3 and it's like 6 episodes. It's actually really, really good. I think the animation looks really, really clean. You don't have to have played the games to enjoy it, but you will catch a lot of Easter eggs. Yeah, I think it's like within the past year or so.
Is it gory?
Not really. Like there's blood and stuff, but it's not like overly gory. But I think it's done really, really well.
That's cool.
Okay, and then by next week, if you guys don't, or whenever I'm on next, I'm going to actually provide a short synopsis on Fallout, FYI, because I think it's a good enough show to talk about.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Cool.
So let's go to our first. Let's go back to our first topic of the night, which Japara wasn't here for, but it's okay.
What was the topic of the night?
We didn't focus too much about it, but there was a Nintendo Direct that happened on Wednesday.
Oh.
It wasn't like super great. I think I said it was
an
more
indie.
It was an indie one, so there wasn't too much.
You didn't want to talk about Mario Party. That's what.
Yeah, fudge
How
Mario
dare
Party.
you.
Fudge your jamboree.
Mario Party sucks dick. Everybody knows
Yeah.
it.
Tell that to the internet. People love
Yeah,
Mario Party.
Where are we broadcasting this? Mario Party sucks, guys.
Hey, hey, internet, Mario Party sucks fucking dick.
See, they heard me. I said it right to them in their face.
I'm flipping off the camera. That's Mario Party.
You don't need stones.
They did show.
I understood that reference.
Yeah, they did show two things that I was actually pretty hyped for. The first one was at the very end. It was Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. It comes out on September 26th, but basically, the game actually has Zelda as the playable character, and so Link and Ganon and a lot of people in Hyrule and the King as well. They get trapped in like this rift. I don't know if it's a space rift, but it's some sort of rift, and so Zelda finds this.
In the world Twilight?
No, it's not. It's called the Tri-Rod. But basically, I already saw your face. You're like, whoop.
Hey,
That was Well, basically,
Well, you are Zelda
oh dang.
in this game.
So anyway,
Rod, bro.
I've been a nasty girl.
Up in the nasty girl. Up in the nasty girl.
Stop.
That's gonna make us
Unplug
TikTok
again.
famous. Don't unplug it. It's gold.
The first one was an accident. The second, that's gonna be on purpose.
All right, so you're in your nasty girl self, huh?
Stop it.
Are you gonna get the game?
I do want to get the game. So basically, so she has to go into the rifts and she finds like people are petrified and she tries to find, from what I understand, she's trying to try and find Link and the King. She can summon different objects in the game. Like she can summon like a bed to get on top of. She
can summon items that she comes across in
That
the
would
game.
be very helpful.
Jeez.
You have the dry run on the bed.
Try around in the bed. Wait, and what happened? You were just talking shit on this game before we unplugged it. You didn't like the animation style. You didn't like the concept.
All of a sudden, you're excited.
And now you're like, I'm going to get this game.
No, I didn't.
All
say
because
that
we
I was-
said nasty girl.
Sounds like Legend of Zelda meets Grand Theft Auto. What the
No, I did say I was gonna pick it. I don't like the art style, but the fact that you get to play as Zelda,
It's not like
they did tease like an evil Link. I don't know exactly how they're gonna
It
do
looks
that
like
or
a
what.
controlled link.
A control Link,
Black?
huh? What?
Black Link?
He
Black
said Dark
Link?
Link, is what he said.
He did not
It's
say
not
dark.
dark, it
He
wasn't
did not
black.
say
It
dark. He did not say
You know,
dark.
there's Black Goku, there's Black
First of all, it's
Link, there's
Goku
Black
Black.
Sonic.
He's just, why, is
There's
it,
no Black Sonic.
why is it? Yeah, there is. It's Dark Sonic.
Yeah,
Black
dark
or Greymon,
Sonic.
I got you, Paul. But anyways, okay, yeah.
He's
You're a black.
adorable.
Yeah? See?
Red Eyes Black Dragon.
There you go.
Racist. Anyway, I did you see it? Did you watch that trailer?
I
No.
watched the initial trailer, not that indie. It was
Not the indie, okay.
first trailer on that.
I do want to. I do want to try it out.
With the rod.
Anyway, the point is, I do want to. Are you gonna get it, Mister?
Maybe. I just haven't touched my Switch in like.
You don't even know where it is.
I know where it's at. It's in
Oh,
the
you
drawer.
told me last time. Like, I don't know where it is.
No, it's in the drawer. I said
Oh,
it's still there. It's just been what 7-8 months.
well, go play it.
I don't want to.
Go play Tears of the Kingdom.
I'll do what I can.
I did know that they're releasing a new Switch Legend of Zelda edition, right?
Yes, that
no,
too.
I don't want to do that. Nope.
But it's not like it's the
The one that you can actually dock.
what's it called? The smaller one,
The Switch Lite,
the Switch Lite. There you go.
Yeah.
the lighter one.
The lighter one.
The Diet Switch.
Yes. They also announced
Switch
this
Zero.
Yeah, Switch Zero. Hey, but Switch Zero is good. I mean, Coke Zero is good. Coke Zero is good.
So he's gonna get it.
No, I'm not gonna get that one. I have the better one anyway. I have the Tears of the Kingdom one.
It's good. The other one.
No. But anyway, they also announced, this is what took me as surprise, is they announced Capcom's Fighting Collection 2. So the first one hasn't come out. He's going to come out, again, I'll say correctly this time for Mr. Mister, digitally he's going to come out in September, but physical copy is going to come out in November.
That's good information. So props to Mr. Mister from that.
No, I don't care about that. As long as that game's coming out. So the first one we know is going to have like a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom games. This one is focusing on Marvel vs. SNK. So they have
a lot of side stuff as well. So
yeah, they have a lot of side stuff too. But that's like the two big main ones is SNK and SNK 2, and then they're gonna have Street Fighter Alpha 3,
Alpha 3 Upper,
Alpha 3 Upper, which Mr. clarified is the last.
Is the arcade version of the latest arcade version of the Sega port? It's weird.
Yeah,
and then they're releasing Power Stone and Power Stone 2, and those have online play.
Yeah, did you ever play Power Stone?
No.
Dang it, who did I play that with then?
Miles?
Not me.
Okay, well, I know I was not you, and you guys didn't have a Dreamcast.
Why?
You guys were poor, so you.
No, we had a Dreamcast. I had a Dreamcast.
Oh.
Dang, I was poor then. I didn't have one of those.
No, but not a lot of people had it either. No, but I'm excited for it just because I'm a big Marvel's SNK 2 fan. Because you go sleep over at Jose's house, and that's the main game we would play all the time.
We lose all the time against him.
Because he knew a 3-second combo with Akuma to kill people instantly.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
It was not fun playing against him.
And so we would do that. We were playing. And I want to try Power Stone. This doesn't come out till 2025, so there's no it's just a window, like a year. That's it. But there's no actual date. But yeah, I'm excited for it. It's cool. I think Capcom is really stepping forward into pleasing fans. Well, not just that, but pleasing fans, because like they just seems like that they want to please fans in a good way, and this is making the money as well.
Was my Marvel vs. Capcom 4? Because they said Infinite wasn't 4.
A lot of the arcade guys like Max, he said that this is a good step towards an MVC4.
I do want to say I'm actually more excited Marvel vs. Capcom collection.
I'm excited for that one too. I'm excited for this one, but the Marvel vs. Capcom one is going to be sick. I want to take you for a ride. And Mr. Mister has his arcade stick already like clamped onto his desk.
So I can play.
He's ready. Where's yours?
I don't know.
Go get one.
I need to get one.
Then don't you have one too? I thought you had one. Don't you have one? Okay, well, I'll have to get arcade sticks.
I don't play.
It's just Mr.
games.
Mister who got only.
Yeah, you do. You play Tekken all the time.
I played it once.
No, I see you play it a few times because I see it on Discord.
8?
I don't know. One of them says Tekken.
Why are you lying?
Why did Discord lie then?
Play the soundboard.
Why you lying?
Yeah.
There's no why you lying here.
I think there should be one.
There's
Oh my god!
there's that one. I like using that one. What
sure.
else is there? So there's that one. Yeah, that one Mr. Mister put on.
No, I put that on Discord.
Oh, I got it from Discord. That's how.
Oh, thanks for stealing my.
Anyways, indie games coming soon.
Those are the only two that are to me worth mentioning.
And
All the
Mario
other
Party.
ones were. Now, Fudge Mario Party, your Jamboree shiz.
Dude, Twitter is
I
screaming
think
for
it's
that.
funny that you hate it, but you actually know what it's called. I didn't know what it was called.
Because I read it. And it says right here on my screen. That's the only reason I know. Right there. It's a Jamboree.
Oh, there you go.
Well, he knows. At least he knows.
Anyway.
Watch, your future wife's going to love this.
Fudge that. She
was hilarious,
that's
actually.
divorce
And she's going to be
level.
Peruvian.
Oh, my God. The irony. I would hate that.
She's been a nasty girl.
And then we're gonna be able to quote Thanos.
Yeah.
You couldn't live without Peruvians. And Mario Party were in the
But you right back to me.
You couldn't live with your failures, and where did that lead you? Back to
me.
us.
Son of a. Anyway, okay, moving on. Let's go. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie trailer came out.
Yep.
Spoilers.
And before this recording, on the last one,
In the original
David
recording.
accepted finally Keanu Reeves as Sonic, or as Shadow the Hedgehog.
Also, before we get too far, you also have because he's actually here. What is our official episode count, my friend?
Oh, we got episode count? What?
We're at officially 161.
Including this one? Or this is 162?
No, this is 161.
Okay, this
Wow.
is 161.
We actually got facts.
161.5.
Yeah, 161.5. There we go.
Wow. After how many episodes of requesting this?
How many books have you read? Thank you.
Quite
Quite a bit.
I don't know. The way you've
It
explained your
took
books
a while
different.
for you to get your numbers.
So it took you a while to read the back of a book.
No.
Yes.
I finished my book. I give you due dates. I accomplish my due dates. It's on the episodes. If we keep track of the episode numbers, but now we do.
We don't keep. I just keep it on a spreadsheet. I don't put them on here.
You have a spreadsheet for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to believe it. Go on.
You have to believe it. Okay,
I
good.
really have
Thank
to
you.
believe it. But back to Keanu.
No, that was the only thing. Like, I still don't like his voice. Still not a.
He's
not a
the
fan.
chosen one.
He's not the chosen one of shiz. Okay, he can be John Wick all he wants.
That's not LeBron James.
He's Bronny James here. Okay, stop it.
That is disrespectful.
To Keanu.
And I'll say it again. Bronny James, freaking Keanu Reeves.
You're getting all the hate now. All the hate mail is going to come into your inbox.
Go ahead. I'd be glad that they send us mail to Chibino Podcast. Okay,
Capital C.
send us hate mail. Capital B. Send me all your hate mail. Okay, ChibinoPodcast@gmail.com.
But Mr. This is something he was excited about on the first recording about Sonic.
Oh, because going back to it, so it's funny because so Jim Carrey doesn't usually do trilogies or sequels a lot of the times because
And he's retired. Or he was supposed to be retired.
Well, he is retired.
He's retired.
Yeah.
He came out of retirement for this.
Yeah. So basically, he said he would only come back if it was the film, if the script was gold. So something's weird that it's gold. So he's coming for this. And then on top of that, Idris Elba, he said he wanted to make the best portrayal of Knuckles ever. Like, he's worked really hard to do his voice acting for this. And then Keanu, which was weird, which is not weird. With Keanu, he turned down being in the Acolyte, Star Wars Acolyte show to do this. So, Sega's cooking something with this film. So I hope they do well. Because they're going to go against
Everything
Avatar.
points to it being a good movie.
Yeah. Because they're going against Avatar and another film that's coming out that same.
It's coming out this December.
Yeah.
Avatar, the third one.
I swear that's.
Well,
I swear that's
no,
what's
also that Mufasa movie also comes the same day.
Mufasa, yeah.
Mufasa. You know what? This is a side change. I hate that they made it so that he's like an orphan or like a, I don't know, whatever it is, and Taka, which is Scar, is the one that was supposed to be the rightful king. It just makes it seem like, okay, I don't know. It puts Scar, I guess, in a lesser evil light and tries to justify his actions, which I think is stupid. I mean, again, I don't know what the movie is.
I'm gonna pull a side thing from
Once again.
one of our friends. Disney's very woke, and they were trying to make bad guys not look like bad guys, so they're trying to justify. This is why Scar became a bad guy. It's like, dude, who the fuck cares? It's a story we don't
apparently
need.
people in Disney.
Yeah, Disney's fucking retards, though. That's the difference. They're full of morons, man. They do a lot of stupid shit. That's why they're losing a lot of money. That's why I always say, steal from them. Steal from them. They've lost billions of dollars last year, and then this year I think they're estimated to lose a certain, I can't remember, like double from last year. So fuck them.
So is that part of your bingo card for keeping the podcast today? We were already bash against Disney Plus.
Bash
Yeah.
Keanu.
Yeah,
Keanu,
Bash Keanu. Yeah, that's
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Bingo.
And old people too. Old people
Oh
too.
no, you haven't said anything about old people yet.
Okay.
In the previous recording, he didn't make fun of Japanese people, so
Oh yeah.
I've been fine
Wait,
with
would that be
him.
racist?
No. 'Cause
No,
it's
why
true.
did you?
I can't remember.
because they didn't speak English.
Oh yeah.
No.
Are you serious?
No.
No, I can't remember what it was
wasn't that.
now.
It wasn't that.
It was
I
just
understand why English is a hard language to learn. So
What did they say? What did he
I don't
say?
remember what I said.
It would be fine. Oh, it was you. You said it
oh, it was
didn't matter about
you.
copyright day.
Oh, no, I know what I
Doesn't
said.
matter. Japanese people don't understand either.
No, that's not what I said. That's what I said. That was their excuse. I said that in the Japanese version of Sonic X.
You are gonna get that hate mail.
Yeah. In the Japanese version of Sonic X, when Sonic and Shadow go fight the Bio Lizard, the prototype of the ultimate life form, they play Live and Learn from Crush 40. but in the English version they don't. And I said that's because Japanese people don't care about copyright. They're like, copyright? I don't care. I don't understand English, and they just play it.
They do care about copyright. That's most of the
No,
videos.
on their stuff, not on someone else, not on foreigners.
Okay.
They don't care.
True. That's true. They're
Look
racist.
at My Hero
racist
Academia,
xenophobes.
right? We've seen it. He names tons of stuff from Star Wars, but in the English versions they have to change. Even in the subtitled version, they change it. Even though we hear him say like when we had Lemillion use his ultimate move, we hear him say Phantom Menace. In the katakana, it says Phantom Menace. In the subtitle, it says Phantom Threat.
Yeah, it's kind of true. It's kind of true. They really don't care because, like, a side note tangent, with guitars, they have their own brands of guitars over there, but they rip off designs. Like Gibson, they make the Gibson guitars with, like, the headstock matching.
You compare the Japanese to the Chinese?
It's the same thing, tomato, tomato.
But for some reason,
For their piracy. That's different.
For the Asian races.
It's true. I'm not lying.
but for some reason, like McDonald's, they have to change. They change it to Whack-Donald's or something.
Well, that's because it's a powerful entity out there.
Yeah,
anyways.
McDonald's is a huge conglomerate compared to the Japan.
They have their own like embassies and stuff,
Japanese.
like emissaries out there, basically.
Yeah. But Gibson doesn't. Yeah.
And speak about the song in the movie that you're expecting.
Live and learn.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's poke you. If they don't play Live and Learn, I'll be pissed. I mean, they already teased the orchestrated version from the trailers, so I hope they do the rock version of it. But if I recall, they said that Crash 40 did re-record the song, so that's a good sign.
And you guys couldn't get your story straight about the lizard and all that stuff. Do
The
you guys want to
bio-lizard-
hash that
the
out real quick?
bio-lizard.
Oh, David just is bad at explaining, but
You
it's
thought
okay.
the art colony was a meteorite.
I couldn't remember if it was a meteor or
It's the moon.
It's on your check. Bingo. Blackout.
Are you guys going to explain that or no? I mean, you don't have to, but
No,
No,
if they play the game,
Bio-Lizard
they'll
is
know.
the prototype of the ultimate
There we
life
go.
form.
That's the
it's a
big
prototype of
and
the ultimate life
Shadow
form.
is supposed to be the ultimate
Is the
life
ultimate
form.
life form?
He is
Okay.
the ultimate life form.
I don't know.
Are you going to talk about Maria?
No, because you're dumb. So
Yeah,
first of all, so there is a Maria in Sonic Adventure 2 who in the game, which came out already 20 years ago.
Spoiler
Yeah.
count.
Is this the one from 2006 that you were talking about earlier?
No,
No,
this
no,
is
Sonic the Hedgehog
2003 or
06.
I think it's
Okay.
2003.
2002.
2002 actually, yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. Just blow it up.
She dies in the game. She gets shot actually.
A human?
Yeah, which Shadow grows close to, and so she gets killed. He gets put in some cryo freeze, and then Robotnik awakens him, and that's why he has like this hatred for humanity or just everyone because they killed the only person that was his friend. So in 2006, they made Sonic the Hedgehog, which we just call Sonic 06. And in that game, it's freaking weird. First of all, it's all buggy. Don't ever play it. But in that game, there's a princess who, for some reason, falls in love with Sonic, and Sonic, quote-unquote, dies in part of the game. And to wake him up, she kisses him, which is the weirdest thing. And then he wakes up. He's like, oh, look,
Like
I'm all
Snow
better.
White.
Yeah.
But backwards.
But backwards, yeah. So, confirmed she's a furry. So, just weird. But that's not the Maria that's going to be in this movie. Why did look at that? Why y'all weird?
Anything could happen.
No.
They're going to be Maria.
No, she...
And they call it.
First
It
of
could be
all-
a Maria.
First of all, she in the trailer, she looks like she's like 14. And she...
Even worse.
Well, Japan doesn't care about their pedophilia, so they're totally fine with this.
Based on anime and the culture, he's actually not wrong with that. But yeah.
Look, the mangaka for Samurai X,
Rurouni Kenshin?
yeah, Samurai
Iron Blooded
Rurouni
Orphans, which you'll see soon.
The recent interview that Kishimoto said about Sarada,
What do you say?
he said she was really sexy and stuff. Yeah,
It's his creation.
No, it wasn't.
Well,
it doesn't
on that-
matter.
so on that, there was, he
pedophile.
He
Wap,
came-
wap, wap, wap.
Let me put some context in
Wants to
here.
protect them.
Okay. So Kishimoto
Japanese brethren,
went to
they're
a
pedophiles, they like this.
Naruto convention in France, I
And
believe.
they like incest.
And they were
too.
asking him about what's his favorite character
He was
design.
like her ass.
Wow.
That's what he wanted.
They were asking about their favorite character design. So Kishimoto actually provided the answer of Sarada, and he mentioned because of the design that she made, and apparently a lot of people took out context thinking like, oh, he's a pedophile. But
I mean, I wouldn't be
some
wrong.
of the because also some of the thing that the biggest issue that was a problem here was that translation because somebody was translating for him as well.
Yeah, but nobody else corrected the translation either. So it's only one and done. So no one has bothered to fix the
at that
translation.
particular point, sure.
But there should be. Somebody should be defending it, but nobody does.
But yeah,
So what was okay?
Either
So
way,
what was
pedophilia is a thing.
no. What was translated in that?
He likes her
in
on
that
his
instance,
ass, and he wants to go.
And then what is supposed to be quote unquote the official or the actual translation?
Nobody's corrected that.
nobody has corrected. But
But what is it? You said it's out.
Right,
if
right.
you said that means somebody must have given context. You're saying it's out of context.
Nobody has.
No, there has been reports on that.
So again, so what is the context? Then?
Nothing yet. Nothing yet. I have not heard anything yet of the correct version.
He's asking Japoria.
And he probably is going to say the same thing.
No, he's not. Looks like he's about
Again, if you say something out
I'll
of
be quiet,
context,
I'll
that
be
means
quiet, I'll be quiet.
somebody
Just let
somewhere
him
has
say it,
given
let him say it.
context.
Let him say it.
Check.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay, Japorion.
Yes. So
What context have they given, or what mistranslation was done,
so on the mistranslation,
and why was it done? What was the word, or what was the? I don't know. Just explain.
yeah. So basically, on the mistranslation, people took it as, oh, I found Sarah to be sexy, which
Is that what the translation?
that's what
said?
people interpret quite a bit. But in reality, what he was trying to say is about the character design of Sarada, the way that he actually presented, make him look like a really cool character. But I guess people took it out of context and they think he was a pedophile because he mentioned like, oh, kind of sexy, but that was not the right translation for it. So that's basically the information that we had at this particular
Okay,
point.
question. Okay, here's the follow-up question: Is the Japanese word for sexy and whatever he was saying? Is there a way I could have whoever was translating mistranslate that?
Misunderstood.
They could.
Well, what is it? What are those words?
Wop, 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 wop.
I didn't read the Japanese wording for it, but I read the article explaining that particular how it was interpreted.
But see, that's how I would like to know. Like, how could it be? How could it? What did he?
translated.
Yeah.
Well, like by interpreter, like if like say you know when you work at the hospital, you kind of interpret things as they go along, right? But
They say they have pain in the dog.
Yeah, but it's like saying like
Yeah. Well, is this a word misunderstanding or like you're assuming something based off of your own interpretation?
It's a translation.
For example, because like a famous thing on Twitter is like if you say, "I really like pancakes." Oh, so you hate waffles? Like one does not correlate to the
Yeah,
other, right? Like
I know
where
what you're talking
if
about.
he just talks about, "Oh, her design is very nice." Oh, he likes little girls. Like, no, she just has a cool design. Like,
So that's
that the misinterpretation? It's not a word
Yeah.
misunderstanding. It's I'm reading too much into it and coming to my own conclusions.
That could be it. I don't know.
But how could you get to the point of sexy? How'd you get to the point of saying sexy, or get to that if the translation of what Japorion said is the outfit looked? What was it?
The design was
The design was
good.
okay, but how could you go from good to sexy? Again, that's
She's
what I'm trying
nasty
to.
girl.
That's what I'm trying to
Making
understand.
their own thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to. Is a fan read that it's like, well, this is an underage girl. He should not be saying anything of her is good,
He
even though he's like,
created
oh, I designed her to look good. And it's like, oh, well, you love little girls like that, and you're taking that, you're assuming something based on words, and you loosely translate semantics at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah,
And you know Kishimoto, he has a good track. He seems like a good person.
He has a feet fetish, though, so I don't know.
well, I mean, I don't know anything about that, nor do I
Why do
care,
you
quite
know
frankly.
Because that's why he draws them with their toes open.
all the degenerates. They have a.
But look at this though. If you look at the
sees them at the meetings.
if you look at a lot of the anime, including like the big three, right? His are the least sexualized feminine characters. If you look at all of them, at least Naruto and Shippuden. I don't know about Boruto. I don't know what they look like there, but they're the least like fetishized. And people are like, oh well, Tsunade has big tits. I was like, well, big tits isn't automatically like he's not sexualizing her. She just happens to have big tits.
Yeah.
Although yes, there is sexualization in it. It's the least for sure. And I haven't even watched One Piece. I've watched a decent
Piece
amount
is
of
very
Bleach,
sexual,
but
so-
yeah, I can tell. I've seen enough clips where
can
One
tell
Piece
why you
is
like
very fan servicey, sexy stuff.
Yeah.
and Naruto, Naruto does the
I
most
don't
of it,
watch One
and if
Piece.
not all
I
of
read
it.
it. One Piece anime is more
He
sexual than
reads
the manga.
it.
No, the manga's not as sexual as the anime. Anime is way more sexual than the manga.
It's true.
Anyway.
You can watch video clips, not that
I'm
manga.
not going to
clips.
watch any clips.
Anyways, What we're talking about?
Pedophiles. I'm just kidding.
Stop talking about. Okay. But anyway,
He gets canceled. All the hate to Achievement Podcast.
I didn't know what we were talking about anymore.
Oh, it's
Sonic.
Keanu.
Okay, so we did Sonic. Hopefully, it's going to be good. It's going against two heavy hitters, Avatar and the Mufasa film.
Confirm that it's going against Avatar.
I have
swear
not
they
heard.
said
I don't
Avatar
think
was
it's
coming out
Avatar.
this
I know
year.
Mufasa for sure because
I know Avatar originally was going to go against Sonic.
Okay,
I didn't know that.
Okay,
But we haven't seen a trailer even for. I think we know the name of it, which is called something Fire.
The Ring of Fire. I don't know. They mentioned at D23 the name of the.
unless okay, that was my original one. So I mean, obviously, if they did change it, then that's different.
It's called Fire and Ash.
There you go.
Oh, it's scheduled to come out next December.
Okay, that's good.
So not this December.
Okay, so let's look at what's coming out in December.
Mufasa, the same day. I'm telling you.
Y2K, Getaway, Night Bitch, Werewolves, Win or Lose, The Return, The Order, Kraven the Hunter, Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim, On Becoming a Guinea Fowl, Baby Girl, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Mufasa,
See, look at the date.
Homestead, 68888. Oh, Nosferatu's on Christmas Day. That's cool.
I actually
The
don't watch
Complete
that movie.
Unknown, The Fire Inside, The Room Next Door, Better Man, The Fire.
He's reading the whole month.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah,
It's Nosferatu. What?
That's Dracula.
I know what it is, but what? Who's in it?
I
Willem,
can't remember.
Willem
I
Dafoe.
can't- Yeah. I
Oh
think so.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
totally forgot about
that. But okay, Sonic has a bigger chance. Then they're good.
Yeah. So we'll be fine.
Because Mufasa sucks dick.
So since we're talking about, you actually brought Lord of the Rings. I was gonna.
We talked about it. Oh well,
I talked previously on the last episode that was deleted.
on the
It
correct.
had to be
version.
deleted.
Once
Got
again,
corrupted.
Lord of the Rings. I was gonna ask my friend host thoughts on the anime. They announced the trailer for it.
Anime movie
And-
correction.
Yeah. As long as they don't touch the story. Well, they can touch it. They just can't ruin the story of Fellowship, Two Towers, and Return of the King. In the cinematic movies, I like the way they did it. It's not completely accurate to the book, but good enough. Arguably, they did it better because old British literature is very tough to read through. But this takes place, you said, what is it, 150 years or something like that?
Something like that before.
And it's the Rohirrim, which are a huge part, especially in the third movie. They play a massive part, and it's one of the most chilling scenes in most of cinema that I've ever watched. But so either way, I think it's cool. I'm okay with it. I support it. I'd like to see it. And Mr. asked originally if I would care if they redid them being the original three movies in anime. And if it was voiced by the original actors, that makes it even better. And as long as they stayed true to it, they can have a few more creative liberties, but the story should remain intact. I'd be fine with it too. But I guess you guys have just unanimously made me the LOTR resident, which is fair, I guess. But
specialty.
yeah,
I was gonna say we should watch the original. Was it 1980s
No,
video of?
no,
We'll watch
I
it.
hated that.
It's
It was
weird.
creepy looking. I know. I know.
No, because it's more like accurate to how they're described in the books, so they don't look as like.
cool.
Think about the animation.
Yeah,
ones.
animated
I
ones,
seen
yeah.
those.
Cartoon.
I seen those.
We should watch it. It's actually pretty. It is kind of creepy.
We should
but
watch after we watch Man Web because I'm still waiting on it.
Oh yeah, we need to watch
God.
that together.
You keep saying that.
and and the rant I forgot about. I'm not going to make it as angry because I'm over it now. But one of the reasons I absolutely hate The Hobbit is not just because I'm okay that they take creative liberties, but they tried giving the dwarves redeeming qualities, and they have none. Zero.
Only
In every
Gimli.
literature that I've read that's fantasy, the only dwarf I ever care and actually really like is Gimli. That's it. He's the only cool
He's a
dwarf.
G.
All the other ones, they're POSs.
He's fun to play
and
in the game.
They all
too.
deserve to die. They're just greedy. That's all they are.
Like, no, I'm just kidding.
And the movie sucked. Just overall, the Hobbit movie.
3 movies for one book.
They're gonna make it 5 movies.
Yeah, to make it shorter
Peter
for you.
Jackson, you suck.
Well,
He
gave
actually
us Lord of the Rings.
gave the blessing of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but he for the Hobbit, he sucks for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you that. That was
I'm
the
saying he
horrible
sucks.
choice. I don't know how you could stretch it to 5. I don't know how you could have done that.
Filler episodes.
Filler movies.
They could have made a whole movie with the dragon. Like, here's my backstory. I was born. I found gold. I stayed for 1,000 years. I don't know how the old
Yeah.
dragon is.
I don't think that's how the story went.
the story of the dragon. You don't know.
We do because he tells you.
I don't
We
know.
call Dragon Ball.
It's called the Death. You know what? Doesn't matter.
I didn't watch
Point
the
is-
movie.
Oh, well, Jurassic World Rebirth is coming out, Mr. Mister. Tell us about. Aren't you excited?
I am not excited. Going back to what I said originally before everything got corrupted, I would truly, honestly want them to redo the Jurassic Park book because it's a lot more insane, gory, more of a thriller than anything. But obviously they won't. And then you told me, I think it's 5 years after the first.
5 years after Dominion.
World, yeah.
Okay, so
So here,
the
let me
one
give
thing
you.
we
Let me
know
give
for
you
a
the
fact
summary.
is-
Let me give you
Okay.
a plot summary.
Yeah.
It says 5 years after the events of Jurassic World Dominion, the planet's ecology has proven largely inhospitable to dinosaurs. An official description of the film says, those remaining exist in isolated equatorial environments with climates resembling the one in which they once thrived. The three most colossal creatures within that tropical biosphere hold the key to a drug that will bring miraculous, life-saving benefits to humankind. So I think you've brought this up multiple times. Is you don't like the fact that Jurassic World, or the Jurassic World trilogy, has made the whole focus on not trying to, what's the word, like take the benefits of the dinosaurs, right? I can't remember. That was like your big issue. It wasn't like dinosaurs live and you have to fight for it. It's like they always want to try and get some sort of benefit from the dinosaurs. The first one was they want to try to recreate Jurassic Park. The second one was they wanted to sell them off to other people and create clones, or
as weapons of war.
and that's the third one. That third one was kind of the repercussions of letting them loose, and they were kind of trying to use them. There was like underground fights, and so you don't like the whole that plot, right? Mm-mm. So what about what I just explained here?
I mean, the only thing, like, it just seems like it's going to be one of two things. You're going to see like a lot of like dinosaurs getting killed off, or like them trying to be like, we need to, like, you know, there's always going to have that kind of thing where they're going to have people who are, what's the word?
There's always going to be somebody who's going to ruin it.
Yeah, there's going to have groups of like, what's it called? I'm losing my train of thought.
Opportunists?
No, like a group of people come to like protesting, and they want to like just exterminate the dinosaurs because you know, people are going to be, oh, it's always me over that. These are dinosaurs. They've been dead for millions of years. We cloned them. We can do the exact same thing. Get rid of them. We have their DNA. We can reclone them into another island, kind of thing. Like, that's the kind of mental I could think of that way. So it's like, get rid of them so that we can just put them over here. They were already extinct, so these aren't even dinosaurs. These are just our imagination of what dinosaurs could be, type of thing. So I don't want to see that, because when I saw the Brontosaurus die in the second film, that sucked. Because remember the volcano, and then it's like trying. I was like, oh, my heart. So I don't want that to happen, but there might. And then it's probably going to end where like some stupid line like, the dinosaurs were the key all along.
Oh, they are the key. They're the key to a drug.
No, but like they're going to be like, the drug. There was no drug. It was just the dinosaurs are the ones who are going to rule the earth, and then. It'll do like a post.
It sounds like Terminator 3.
500 years
like
later,
Planet of the
humans
Apes.
died, and then humans died. Like that
Rise of
kind
the
of
Planet
bullshit.
of the dinosaurs.
That's probably what's going to be. And
You think that this is going to be like
they're clever
is going to be world ending for the humans?
they could do something like that. I don't know. I'm not excited for the world stuff. Like I said, I want them to just go back, reset it, do Jurassic Park, but make it from the books, make it terrifying, and then keep it isolated. Just do it in the islands.
What do you think of the three colossal creatures within the tropical biosphere that they're referring to?
I would say one a flying one, so a pterodon or pterosaur.
It's not a colossal creature
They're giant.
compared to other ones.
It's different. It's a winged
But like a
different
winged
type,
dinosaur. I can't remember
Yeah,
the
You're,
size
but you're
of it.
saying he's going to be a winged dinosaur. Okay,
Yeah.
There are some giant.
I'm not
scary-
saying there aren't. I'm just saying compared.
They could. Yeah,
to-
it's going to
okay.
be there.
That's a plotosaur.
Yeah.
Get your dinosaurs right, Diego.
The starts with an M. It's like a brontosaurus, but it starts with an M. I can't remember what the name of it, but it's giant. It's way huge.
Machio? I don't know.
Oh, and then maybe
So you still have the Tyrannosaurus.
or T-Rex could be it, but Albertosaurus could be one of them because that was a giant T-Rex
One with
looking.
the-
No,
Is it the one with the little bump on the head? No.
no. But I mean, T-Rex probably if they because I mean, the old T-Rex that T-Rex is still alive, so I mean they could use her. But yeah, probably that, and then Mosasaur. Oh, Mosasaurus. Oh yeah, it could be okay. So maybe not the flying dinosaur or not the Brontosaurus looking thing, but it could be the Mosasaur or the flying one, and then the T-Rex. Those three. Or maybe they're going to be like Blue, because
Blue's not a colossal creature.
he's colossal at heart.
It's a she.
He's that colossal at heart.
She's a girl. He's a guy.
He's a
girl. So
Are you?
are the rest of you guys excited for it?
No,
Or how are you guys?
Honestly, no. I'm. This is one of those franchises that I think it's his story that it should have stopped, but whatever.
They're pulling Star Wars again.
They're pulling a Star Wars. They're doing. I mean, Fast and Furious was never that good to begin with, but Fast and Furious needs to stop. I watch them because it's satire at this point, but it has no legacy that it's fine to be satire. Jurassic Park, I think, has a lot of historic legacy to uphold, so I think they're just ruining it at this point.
yeah.
I was gonna say, I do prefer the first trilogy. Even the second one's total. I can handle it, but I don't know if they're going again. I think they should just stop.
Yeah.
With that being said, I'm just curious. I'm kind of curious of watching it, but I'm not.
I'd
Gonna
like
be
to see the
invested.
trailer, see where they go from here.
I'm you.
I
feel about
couldn't
it?
care anyway.
You're Switzerland about it.
I just
Dominion was so bad that I am very.
Dominion was really really bad. I actually really loved the first two.
The first two were good.
I think
They
the
were
first two-
very
The
good.
first one
yes.
was good.
I
Second
think
one was
the
kind
first-
of okay, but
I
like
think
still
the first
fun.
one was phenomenal. It might actually be my favorite Jurassic movie of all time, and that's my first movie was Jurassic Park. Ever like Jurassic World, I think
The
might even be
Indoraptor
better.
was sick though. That's why
The
Indominus Rex was
Indominus
sick.
Rex was phenomenal.
That was the
movie
terrifying
Indominus Rex was
I
cool.
think it was just it almost was like Star Wars, but better. Like
No. Well, that's what I mean. Like the
it felt
intact
like it was
Dominion
like almost
sucked.
the exact same thing, but like
But I'm okay with the second
Almost
trilogy.
rebooted.
I think that's part of its legacy is good. But like now kicking up to a third one, it's like, oh, you gotta let this just go.
I
Yeah.
think
Or-
I think Dominion was the worst Jurassic movie we've had
Easily.
Yeah.
But I did like what was this? Fallen Kingdom was the second one, right?
Yeah.
I did like that one because that one gave me more of like the thriller vibes with the Indoraptor, like especially with like what is it, in the mansion
Yeah.
when it's like chasing them and screaming. Like that was like okay, this is almost like it's not a horror movie, but like it's.
I
terrifying.
know Miss Mister hated the clone part of it, like with the girl.
clone part
Oh,
was,
yeah.
And
I
then
was
when
like-
she releases the dinosaurs, I know Mister was like, "What the?" He was mad.
you wouldn't have released the dinosaurs.
I would have released them. Yeah. I would have released them. I wasn't upset with the releasing the dinosaur. I was just upset that her being a clone. I was like,
Oh.
I was telling David, like, I think she's a clone or something's up with her. She's something. And then clone. I was like, God damn it. And then the third film, I was not enjoying it at all. Yeah, the giant locust thing. And then because I was watching with Jose, and towards the end, we're just started making up our own story while we're watching it. So like when the T-Rex is fighting the Gigantosaurus, and then the really long clawed monster. We're like, it's hell in the cell. It's like WWE. Oh, the T-Rex is down. What's going to bring her back? Oh, no. Boom. She's back. She's back. She's going to attack it. And then the Gigantosaurus gets impaled by the three-fingered monster. I can't remember.
It's a dinosaur.
The
It's not a
dinosaur.
monster.
The dinosaur's
X-23.
The dinosaur's like, huh? The dinosaur's like, huh? And it goes right through the Gigantosaurus. It's like, oh, he got it.
I will say I did like the corporate bad guy element that they brought. I did think that writing was actually pretty good, but that's it.
I think if I had to rate them, I would go Jurassic World. I think it goes Jurassic World for me. Jurassic World 1A, Jurassic Park
1B.
Jurassic Park 2.
Lost World.
Yeah, Lost World.
And then-
Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic Park 3, and then Dominion.
Dominion.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I would-
Jurassic Park 3 was just not.
I would just, for me, I would put Jurassic Park 1. Jurassic Park is the first, and then World. But that's just me.
And the Lost World, the book is completely different. They just took the name. That's all they did, basically.
Yeah.
They added some elements to it.
I did say this too before. So this is what I read. I don't know if it's official on X/Twitter, whatever you want to call it. It's this movie, really, whatever, in June next year, and then followed by Superman the following weekend, followed by the new Fantastic Four.
That's right.
That
so
sounds about right.
that's going to be a crazy month for movies.
I was going to say, I want to bring something Fantastic Four related.
No, what?
What is it?
You probably seen this. I don't know if you probably seen it. I don't want to talk too much because I want to spoil too much because I know we tend to spoil things.
It's not a spoiler if we haven't seen the movie.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We don't know.
But
This is just
there's actually some recordings of what the thing is going to look like for Fantastic Four. I don't know if you have any of you guys seen it or
Oh, I
not.
saw the pictures.
I
But
actually
that,
haven't.
but that could be like standing, like he's
it's
wearing the
stand- yeah.
costume,
It's
but then they
definitely
see
standing
add
because
CGI to
it's
make
not
it look
finalized.
different.
Sure.
Well, yeah, that's
But I think I'm really excited because I did see the design, and it feels like it's gonna follow a more accurate design of the thing, how it used to be on the Fantastic Four cartoons.
yeah, it's big eyebrows, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's gonna be weird.
So
Okay.
just that, it's very simple. Like just by seeing that, it really got me really excited to see like what they're gonna do, and they're trying to make it more comic book accurate. Fantastic.
Okay. The one thing I randomly remembered, and I was going to actually send you a message about this earlier, but I remembered from Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness when he meets the Illuminati
Right.
and it's Mr. Fantastic,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh, from the Fantastic Four, the smartest man in the world, Reed Richards. And he's like, the Fantastic Four, didn't you guys chart in the 60s? And then this is like the callback to
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
this is actually going to take place.
In a
during the
different
60s.
universe.
Yeah.
A different. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
That's
Interesting.
weird. Yeah.
I like it. It's, in a way, it's connected, but it's not because of multiverse. Anyways,
Anyway, okay.
what you got?
Well, we're gonna stop with Jurassic World Rebirth because
But the dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Mr. doesn't want to talk about it anymore.
We don't have
he
to talk
said.
about
You know
dinosaurs.
You know what? One last thing that I just realized. It was after Jurassic World, I think they released a little short.
Oh, the
Remember
little
that?
like
when the people were like at the movie theaters, or they were like in
And
their
the dinosaurs
campers,
started attacking.
and like the dinosaurs just
Oh
showed.
yeah,
That's after
what I
Fallen
thought.
Kingdom, right?
that's Fallen Kingdom.
That's
yeah.
after Fallen Kingdom. That was for
That was
Dominion.
after?
Yeah,
That's for
That's
Dominion.
what I thought Dominion was going to be like. Like it totally misdirected what I thought the movie was going to be. It was like, oh, it's going to be like people's like everyday lives being interfered with dinosaurs. Like,
yeah.
okay, that's kind of cool. Like they can't just like exterminate them. There's too many of them. Like they just have to adapt to life
Yeah.
as it is. And then we got something completely.
I mean, I guess they kind of do adapt, kind of.
Yeah.
It could have done a lot better, but it just kind of it's a sinking ship at this point. And if the only thing they can do with this new film is play like bowing out music, like in the Titanic when the ship is sinking and then the orchestra's like, "Well, lads, it's been good. Let's play." And then that's all they can do right now for this last one. Just play a
We're
good
still waiting
song,
for the Fast and Furious
for it to
Jurassic
sink.
Park crossover.
and then they're doing a free. Yeah,
That'd be
it's
cool
just-
in space.
Oh my
In space.
Why not?
No, I'm not even going to comment on that. I'm going to go to the next topic because this is stupid.
We all left Krabby Patties at Wendy's. What? That's the thing.
Wendy's gonna make life.
Oh yeah, I heard about the crab patty thing. Yeah. My Hero. We're in season 7. It's been fire. Honestly,
Fuego.
it's been. I think we're at 15 episodes right now, right? As of today.
Yeah.
Sure.
I believe so.
Yeah. So, I did want to talk about. You two have just been watching. You haven't read anything, so you don't know.
So there's
What's
6 episodes
happening?
left because you said there's 21. They said.
Yes.
Okay.
There should be about 6 episodes left. So, I want to know your take. What have you thought of this season? What have you liked? Where do you think it's going?
You've heard all my takes already, which I of
Yes.
course will repeat, but I'll let you go first. Okay. First of all, I think that David can attest that I've been calling the season pretty well so far. I called saying wrong. There's some elements that I get wrong, but the other parts I get right. So I thought Endeavor was going to do one last thing to die, to kill All for One, but that he would still be alive. He didn't die, but All for One did do his little rebirth thing, so to speak. No pun intended. Back to Jurassic Park. Then I'm like, since season 3, I think I've been saying Bakugo will die. So I don't know if he'll be saved. I think that maybe he'll be saved, and I like him the most. So I think it'd be cooler if they kept him dead because it means that much more. Like deaths are critical, but he's officially dead for right now.
Yeah.
So at least I got that
Totally
right.
dead. Or yeah.
Yeah. I knew Dobby was going to be the son of Endeavor from the beginning, too. So I've called some things, so I feel happy about that. My big predictions are, because they consistently focus on Shigaraki's entity being a thing within this beast that exists now, is somehow Deku is going to talk no jutsu him, and then he's going to flip to his side, because All for One is still way too powerful, and it's basically going to be Deku and Shigaraki taking down All for One. And I think Shigaraki will sacrifice his life, which doesn't correct all the bad he's done, but it's some sort of redemption in some way. So that's my big prediction. And then I'll talk more about the season. But I guess as far as predictions, to appease you, that's my prediction. What are some of the other ones that I think? I mean, I guess those are the big ones. Can you think of the other ones that I've already predicted or tried to predict at least?
I think you had some prediction about Stain.
Oh yeah, I think Stain. Oh, what was it? I can't even remember that one.
I don't want to put words in your mouth. I just know you did mention something about Stain.
Fuck. I wish I should have written them all down, but this one was a while back.
You think he's cleaned up?
I don't think he's cleaned up.
Way?
He
What do you
just
think?
realigns his morals.
Okay.
No, it's a joke because he's stained. And he cleans
Okay.
up. So, God.
Okay, save us. Save us here, Shark King, because I can't stand this.
There's nothing I can do to save.
Yeah.
I really liked this last season. It feels like there's been a lot going on. It's been much more fast paced, which is good. Yeah, I'm kind of it sounds kind of weird. I'm kind of just ready for it to be over. If that makes sense. I almost feel like this last fight has been maybe dragged on a little too much. I know it's a lot of little things going back, but they're almost jumping too much for my take right now, especially these last two episodes. It's okay, we spent 2 minutes here and then 2 minutes here, then 2 minutes here. I get just kind of, I like to them to wrap up one thing or another, but
Before we get into that, what are your predictions though? Because I have things to talk about as well for that.
Let's talk about the episode that happened today.
Okay.
So you watched it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone watched it.
Wait, did he give predictions or no?
Not
No,
yet.
okay, give me predictions first.
I don't really.
You don't have any?
I feel like I agree with you on the Shigaraki thing. I don't know that Bakugo's gonna die, but I know I'm in the.
He's officially dead.
I don't know if I'm in the minority. I don't really like him.
I know you don't, which is fine. I get it.
Everybody else loves him.
I'm surprised that everyone loves him, but
he's super cool.
I like him.
But he's not my favorite. I'm not saying he's a bad character. He's just not my favorite.
I think Bloodshot's good. What's his name? Edgeshot.
Edgeshot is cool.
He's gonna die.
Great.
Saving Bakugo. That's my prediction. And that was a big prediction of mine is Bakugo will come back alive, although I hope in a weird, twisted way that they kill him off again. But he's going to somehow absorb Edgeshot's powers as well, so he'll combine them with his own, because he's a genius tactic, and so he won't be the guy that saves the day, but he'll do a lot of cool damage things.
Okay.
He'll become a needle and then explode from inside.
Yes. My words, actually, yeah.
I think that, it seems weird that they haven't really touched about it, but what was his, it's Night Eye, right?
Now that's the one that died.
All Might's still not dead.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen, and I don't want to see it.
I don't think he's going to die.
I think he will. And
So
I think it's going to have something to do with Deku.
So do you think that his vision hasn't happened or hasn't been
Fulfilled.
or do you think it's past?
I don't think it hasn't been fulfilled.
Well, also you got to remember from the previous season, remember, because he said that Deku was supposed to die as well, but Deku up till
But that was my question. We saw that it can change because Deku was supposed to die.
he was supposed to die against.
But the question now is, what fight do you think, or do you think the fight hasn't happened yet, or do you think because
I think in the actual last, because this is the last battle, this is the last push, but this isn't the last fight yet.
Okay.
I don't think we have seen the last. Jumping to today's episode with the what's his name,
Kurogiri?
Kurogiri. I think that's gonna obviously push for the last fight. But I think somebody I think All Might dies protecting Deku, or even protecting somebody.
Okay.
Because that's the kind of guy he is.
Yeah, I think even now when he's relatively quirkless at this point,
I don't think he dies.
I think he dies. I don't want him to, but I
She's like, I'm pulling you down.
So what do you think then? What do you think is going to happen right now? Because just to give a small review, oh my gosh, recap summary of what happened in this episode. What was it? A spinner got to Kurogiri, put the hand on Kurogiri and awakened him, and so Kurogiri has awakened his quirk, and has transported Dabi to Ganga Villa, which is where Endeavor is, and then you see that he appeared to Toga, and Toga, we saw, does have Twice's blood, and has started Dead Man's March, which is making hundreds of thousands of clones of himself, which was Hawks' biggest fear, because this man could destroy us all, because he can just make infinite amount of clones. So now you have Toga, who just did this and was just all dumped to Ganga Villa. So what do you think is going to happen? What with this Dead Man March? Because this is Hawk's worst nightmare. And now you have basically almost an unlimited army of Twice. And we know that Toga, her quirk has evolved, right? And so now she can take on the powers of whoever's blood she swallows.
Isn't it like the more she loves them, the stronger her quirk?
Yes.
So yeah.
And we do know that she did, maybe not romantic, but she did love Twice.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be romantic.
So what do you think? So yeah, I know. I'm just saying this. So what do you think?
I'll let you go first since I did my predictions first.
I don't have a specific prediction on that one. So.
I think Hawks will find the original being Toga, kill her, and basically ruin his hero name, because I know they're in hot water because they tried with that. I want to say Animorph, but the digital guy that does all the camera work and stuff. Because they tried spinning that as him being like a very questionable hero. I think he'll just fully embrace being an anti-hero, kill Toga to basically, because that's why he killed Twice to begin with, right? Because once he kills him, all the clones go away.
Yep.
That's what I think is he's going to find whoever the original is and target Toga, kill her off. That stops that. So he can't be a hero after this. So I don't think he'll die, because he has to live with the shame. As far as like that's his price to pay. That's his sin. He has to live with it, and he accepts it fully. Like, oh, I have to do this for the better. It's almost like a Danzo for Naruto. It's like, oh, I have to dirty my hands so that this civilization can continue.
For the good of the village.
Yes.
good of
That's
the
my
colony.
prediction for that one.
I know.
But somehow Uravity's going to be involved, because she's like, oh,
She's
we
in the
haven't talked
preview,
about
too.
the love. Yeah. When what's her name was going in there, I think she'll just find a way in. I think she'll help, but I don't think she's going to get her hands dirty.
Okay.
She'll be the reason somehow that Toga like stops, and then that's the striking thing that Hawks needs to kill. That's my prediction.
Nothing. Nothing to add.
Has it been fairly accurate to the anime or to the manga?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there has been any. If anything, there's been more clarification and explanations to, because when we first read about Gear Shift, I actually was kind of confused. I know it explains it in the manga, like saying like it changes their speed regardless of inertia or whatever. But if you read it, like, it didn't make a lot of sense the way that it was explained or the way you saw it
In the manga or in the
manga.
Okay.
But when we saw it, I'm like, this makes a lot more sense, and it just looks a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty
there's
cool,
been,
actually.
Yeah, so there's been a better clarifications on this.
Yeah.
And he's still missing one or two.
No.
quirks?
No, that was
Yeah,
the last
that's
one.
his last
The
one.
gear shift one is the last one.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, yeah, I guess just the
I
follow.
still don't like all the multiple quirks. I understand. I'd still prefer it was just just the one. But
Now here's the question that I had, because I think we talked about it last time, but I wanted to bring it up one more time. Is, you know how we talked about how I think one of the biggest problems that My Hero has run into is that everything's happening so quickly, it makes their power ups less and less believable, because it's like now you have these people that are basically at the level of pros when they barely completed 1 year in school trying to better their quirks. And not just 6 months ago, they were in a training camp, and
Struggling.
Really good
Aizawa was
training
saying,
camp.
they didn't even finish. They were like, what,
That's
3
how good
days?
it was.
Yeah, good teacher.
So it's like,
All Might's the greatest. Not only is he the greatest hero, he's the greatest teacher.
yeah, but
I'd say trauma is the teacher in
Yeah.
this circumstance, but yes.
But I think what current anime has done, this is kind of my the thing that I don't like. I understand why they do it, but I think it's used too much is the time factor. Because even in My Hero says that, right? Once you use this, they said in like 2 episodes ago, once you use this quirk, you have 5 minutes. If you don't finish in 5 minutes, then it's hopeless. Like they love putting these time limits. Like if you don't do this time limit, everything is gone. I'm like,
is this across a lot of animes?
I've
what
seen
you're
it
seeing?
more recently. There's a
'Cause
time limit.
I think this one, because it's influenced by superheroes, it makes the most sense because it would be the most American style.
Yeah.
Because it's influenced by comic books.
normal.
So it makes My Hero's unique in that regard, and I think that's probably why I like it so much, is because it resembles a lot of what comic books are in the U.S.
Yeah, but I think like in the comic book again, you have like the luxury of having different writers, different stories that it makes a little bit more sense. Like they're not afraid to be like, Peter gets his powers in like, let's just say, I'm not saying this happens in the first issue, right? And then it skips a year of him being Spider-Man. So he has all this knowledge and after being it for a year, and then he fights. Yeah, that happened in the first Spider-Man, right? Yeah. It didn't happen a year, but like he got his powers and then it just kind of
Spider-Man for a while, and then
and then the Goblin comes, right? So they do that. In this one, it was like they took like almost a year or something in the beginning just to get ready to not even have the power. But so it still didn't, but it didn't do much because he didn't have the power. We didn't see him training with the power for like if they had done that for like a year, him training with the power, I think it would have made this.
Yeah, I see
this part, yeah. So,
Yeah.
But other mangas, others have done it before, and I think it's just kind of getting tiresome because it's like we have to get this done. They have to. I understand it's like it's the urgency of it that they're trying to push, but it kind of feels like makes things less and less believable. I know it's a fictional story, but it makes it just even that more less believable, and that's what kind of bugs me. But yeah, going back, those are good predictions.
Yeah. The only thing that bothers me, which is just a personal thing, it doesn't ruin the story for me at all. They rob a lot of heroes of their moment, which, funny enough, in comic books, you get good moments from each hero, right? Like,
Yeah.
So in this one, you were watching it with me. Tentacool, who I've always liked, and I've like probably since season 2 or 3, I told Dave, I was like, he's gonna have a really cool moment, and I'm looking forward to it. I just didn't realize it was gonna be Rob, but the moment 5 minutes away, I'm like, they're gonna ruin his big moment. He has his cool big punch on Spinner, but Spinner has his power up on him. He's gonna eat the punch, and it's gonna be nothing in the grand scheme of things. It didn't. You have the UA Big 3 do this crazy power up move, insane. Doesn't mean anything. You have Bakugo goes nuts. He's on the verge of death. He enters this Ultra Instinct mode. Again, means he harms him slightly. And so it shakes his confidence. So that's cool, but it's still, he's robbed of anything amazing. Who else have they robbed recently?
I think overall...
Shoto was robbed. He has this cool power move. He's supposed to have ended his brother. Oh, check this out. I copied you in an instant. Something you took months to learn. I did it in an instant. And now he's teleported to go fight his father now, which I know is supposed to be a redemption arc, I'm guessing, for Endeavor. He already has whatever you would think of. Maybe he doesn't redeem everything, but he's shown a character change enough in he's willing to put his life on the line.
To redeem himself.
He's done. And they robbed him, which I guess it makes sense because he was never number 1, so that's expected. But all of his moves have been so cool, and I was like, oh, now your son's here. So I get it, but I just wish there would be more wins for some. That's just a personal preference. It doesn't ruin the anime for me. It's just my heart wishes that they would have had an actual win.
I think there's so many characters that it's hard to give everyone a...
When is Manetta get a...
Don't do that.
Manetta will get his shot. You'll see one day. He's gonna save the world.
Question.
No, but like what?
No, I can finish.
I was gonna say. I think the one that got. I say robbed because of what we were told about this hero is Cready, because Cready was the only other person who was brought on to UA by recommendation alone. She has failed time and time again to show why that happened.
Huh?
Tell him why she's failed.
Oh, because she... I don't know.
Well, you said it right there. She.
Oh,
Wow.
She's a woman. I'm joking. Yeah, I don't know. I'm upset.
Like that was the thing. Like I think she just got robbed because we were told.
That really bothers you?
It doesn't bother me. It's just that everyone
robbed.
everyone has gone like a chance, or almost everyone has gone a chance to show that they at least deserve to be in the class. And like the only thing that Creative has been
Except for
shown
Tail
is
Guy.
like, yeah, I don't know why he's in there.
I hate Tail Guy and Mineta.
Even Sarah, is it Sarah?
Seraphim.
Settle.
Even him, like he's has learned somewhat.
He's done some things. Yeah.
But like
tapes.
Creative like doesn't get really a win in anything, and I just feel like I wish they didn't say anything about her winning on recommendation. And not that it bothers me or like I
sure. She's
sleep.
become a support character.
Yeah, but it's like she's done nothing. Like they at least showed
extra.
she showed Shoto, right? Shoto is obviously a top 3 in his class because they've also made like a whole arc about him, Bakugo, and Midoriya. But her is like she's supposed to be up there as well, both in academics and in, I would say either fighting or quirk or something. But I mean, she failed against Class 1B when they fought against someone who I would say is intellectually inferior to her. Lost. She did maybe 1 or 2 things when they got fought in the training camp, but again, nothing like super impressive. It's
I think
just,
you're reading way too much on that particular comment, though.
no, I'm not. No, but
Because I think we think about this, and I give you a great example. When Shoto initially, when My Hero Academia started, you didn't hear anything about Shoto. Shoto was actually thrown to the side, and even the character design was horrible. But they didn't put an emphasis because it was initially a side character.
yeah,
But then they
he-
eventually pull him over, and you have a good, cool story. No, I
in
was
the
gonna say-
beginning, they've always said that those two were brought to
Sure.
UA by recommendation alone, which means that in some aspect or in all aspects, they
should
are
be great.
they should be great. They should be way above their class.
Sure. But like I said, I think as the story progresses, that's where they had to make those changes. Because honestly, they have to cover all those little information, and they're not necessarily. They're here to tell the main story, which is the main story of what Deku, his big hero moment, and basically his arc.
But again, a lot of them have had this big hero moment.
They
But
don't
again,
have to, though.
I know they don't
But the
have
thing
to.
is,
But
the
again, if
mangaka
you're
has created... The thing is, the mangaka has given you details about each of these characters, for 1A. Like, he's giving you, like, their background information, their blood type, and how they like things, whatever, all this bullshit. And you get some here, you get some things of more of their personalities more and more. So you should, and it's his fault. The way he wrote it, he wants you to see something, so he should have given her more of the spotlight or given her something to show that she's worth what her recommendation is. And
Yeah.
and
But
that's
you didn't
the
have to-
thing. It's just,
that's on him.
but I think
If
he
he
didn't
didn't
have
do
to.
that, then
He
he
didn't have to
would've
do
been
that as a recommendation.
Because he
But
did
even
that,
if he,
But like I said, think about things change as they write the story.
Yeah.
Every single week they present their work. This is how it was supposed to be. They get comments by the editors. Hey, you need to change this. You need to change this. And
but
before
it
you
could
know
have
it,
been,
it kind of
but it could
evolves.
have been a smaller thing. Like, let's just say, like, if let's say when they're in Camino Ward, right, they don't know how to rescue Bakugo. That she was like, okay, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, they could have.
Instead of
But
like
then-
just those. Yeah, that's the thing. Like he could have inserted these little things here, but he didn't. Which again, I'm not losing sleep over. I'm just saying, they put her as like a top of the class, and she's done nothing.
So everybody's stepping up their
Mineta
game.
has done more than her, and that's saying something.
Great
See,
rush.
He hates Mineta, and he's like, you know what? Yeah, you got me there.
Great rush.
Yeah. So some characters get shafted. I mean, that's another thing. Lemillion got shafted as well too. He was a cool character, and like
Who?
The million?
Lemillion's
Still
got.
great. What do you
But
mean?
think about this: when they first introduced him, people were thinking he was going to be like the biggest guy ever. Like, oh,
They did.
He got power crept.
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't make sense because they said
He's
that
he's the only one that could rival All Might. Well, not rival, but he was at All Might's
at
like
closest
level.
to All Might, and that's including the pros.
Yeah.
Which I would have said like, okay, Endeavor has fire and he's super strong, so he must hit at least as strong, if not stronger,
Than
than
Endeavor.
Endeavor, which we didn't see.
Yeah, had they said that he has the potential to like inspire like All Might, that's very different. But they made it sound like power level, and he's clearly very underpowered.
Yeah.
Even Akamichi, what's his name? No, Akamichi's from fucking Naruto. Akajimi, what's his name?
Amajiki.
Amajiki, the Sun Eater.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like his power is crazy. I mean, granted, he not nerfed it. He buffed it with Nigiri's power too. But I mean, even without hers, it implies that it's in crazy. They both have attack power higher than Lemillion's, unfortunately. So they did shaft him. Yeah, they shafted him hardcore. Sadly,
I think it's mangaka's fault for
especially from his like introduction when he just came and basically like
and
he one-shotted
wrecked the class.
everyone.
Yeah, and it implied that he held back severely.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Another example, Stars and Stripes. You know, when you first see her, you might think, oh,
that one.
she was the coolest character ever, but hey, side.
They
And
threw her off.
it's not their story.
She did what she did.
No, I'm not saying that, but that one makes a little bit more sense because, like, Shigaraki, first of all, has decay. We already saw that that Deku couldn't beat him, and Endeavor couldn't land a shot, and that was when Aizawa was using his power, to rob him of his quirks, and he still wasn't taking any blows from either of those two.
See, one of my complaints that I can give about My Hero Academia up to this point is that when you first start the first season and second season, you basically have the trio of Deku and his friends, right? I actually wanted to follow a little bit more of that particular trio, his initial friends. Of course, they expand into all the characters in My Hero Academia. Well, the initial trio kind of didn't get too much attention into that as well. So a lot of characters get shafted, and they have to because they have to provide one particular story of, Deku. And if they have so many characters, they cannot cover all their bases because they have so many characters.
Yeah, but the
away
mangaka wrote it that way.
Yeah.
Though he's making you, he's giving you backstory for these characters. So giving obviously some get more information than others. So that's the thing. That's his fault though. So he should have written it better, or he shouldn't have put them in, giving them that much time. That's the thing. He's
doing a worse version of that Kishimoto because Kishimoto did shafts, but he still at least a lot of the characters did get good enough development where. Okay, this is like a definitive reason why I like them,
and they got a lot of them got their time to shine. Yeah. Rock Lee didn't, but
But yeah, like I said, I think that's the point of especially in My Hero Academia. One of the biggest, coolest thing about is having multiple heroes, but at the same time you have a lot of multiple heroes. It's really hard for you to emphasizing all of them. Some of them will actually get better screen time or story time than others, and that's totally fine because that's the intention of his story. So
I don't get it, but okay.
Oh well, that's
okay. So my thing, I was trying to get back to because you guys are on this tangent. How many? So there's 5 episodes or 6 episodes left, right?
Yes.
And then how many? Would there be just one season left to complete the whole series?
I think I did a total. I think the official chapter count is 430. Based on my predictions of being 2 to 3 chapters, I think they're going to end around chapter 370. 380, 375, somewhere around there. There's still a lot of chapters to go through. They could do one more season.
or a movie.
Oh God!
To do 60 chapters.
They could.
60 chapters.
They could break it into parts.
No, we're not doing a freaking Demon Slayer
I'll say
thing.
they could. Will
No,
do
they
it?
shouldn't.
No.
And if they do, I'm not going to watch it. They can fuck off.
Now,
Well,
I will
Demon
say
Slayer
this: that
fails.
there are a lot of chapters
Bitches.
where a lot of it's just there's no dialogue, or there's a lot of less dialogue, so it's a lot of just drawing of the action.
Yeah.
So that could make it so that maybe one episode could be 5 chapters because of it's just very action heavy.
So look another season. If hopefully just one more season. I don't want a movie or some bullshit.
Again, but that's just what I'm thinking. I don't know for sure.
What's one season? 24 episodes, 12 episodes.
This would be 12 episodes.
I have one question for those of you guys who if it's too much of a spoiler, go ahead and tell me. If you don't want to listen, just tell me. It just how much of an ending does it give us? Does it go into an epilogue?
What do you mean?
So there
kind of thing, or does it?
Yeah. So there's.
Or does it end with the
So
final
no.
battle?
So
The final battle is the ending.
The only spoiler I'll say, but it's not a spoiler. The war ends and then something happens afterwards.
Okay.
So there's an epilogue. That's about as spoilerish as I'll give you.
That's about
That's about as big of a spoiler. Yeah, that's about as big of a spoiler I'll give you.
I mean, even Dragon Ball Z ends when they and then there's still
there's still a few stuff that happens.
Yeah,
I want to say
there's
there's
an epilogue.
10 chapters. Is it 10 after the fight? I think about 10 chapters.
Yeah.
It's kind of epilogue-y.
Epilogue-y,
Okay, that's fine. That's it. You
Yeah.
don't have to tell me anything. That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, so you do get an
2
epilogue.
episodes.
It's not like the fight ends and that's it.
Not like Bleach.
Okay.
Yeah, not like Bleach. Maybe the anime will be different, but we don't.
Oh,
know.
they will.
But
Like Kubo's in charge of that shit. He wants to make it good.
No, he's changing it for sure.
Okay.
Cool.
Well,
My hero.
my hero. It's almost 1. It's
I
like
know.
12:43. We were going to talk about a few other things, but I think we're going
No.
to end it for tonight because I think
Because
Mr. is gonna,
Cranky.
he's gonna. Yeah,
no, I'm
he's,
not cranky. I'm tired.
he's tired.
That's
Was-
what makes him cranky.
We'll save the rest. We'll finally talk about the movies that we watch, and you will
Over a
actually
month ago?
over a month ago.
My movies aren't even on anything.
Then go
so
find
they
something else for him.
don't- Shut up. No, his movie's there. My
Then
movie's
go find
not.
him something new.
My movie's not.
Then
The
tell
movie
him to
I'm
find,
supposed to watch.
Then tell him to give you something new.
Fucking shit.
I will find him something
Thank
new.
you. God damn it.
Don't you know? Aren't you a pirate? Can't you find it?
I don't want to do that.
Why not?
Because it's not Disney. Because it's not Disney.
It's not Disney.
Correct.
Disney can eat a bag of dicks.
Wow.
They're pedophiles.
For a guy who promotes piracy, you're not living up to your name.
I don't feel like it. I don't need to do it.
Only for Disney.
Only for Disney. He's selective that way.
Yeah.
And the Beatles.
And the Beatles, yeah.
You mean Michael Jackson?
Jackson's kids can go fuck themselves.
Wow.
Wow.
Anyway, okay. Well, we're gonna end it on that.
You're making copy, okay?
He doesn't care. Okay. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. You guys, remember you can watch this first on YouTube, and then you can listen to it 2 weeks later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anyway you listen to podcasts, all those
forget to send
platforms.
hate.
Remember, you can if you want to send hate
Email
to
the
us,
hate.
email me
Email
at
me
chibinopodcast
yes, but
at gmail.com.
aim it towards me, though, because I know you probably don't like what I said, so it's okay.
Or you can leave a comment on all of our social medias on
Bitches.
Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Chimino Podcast, capital C, capital N, capital P. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good night. We will see you later. This is David the Smash Fan.
Mister.
You're boring.
Boricua Senpai.
And Shark King.
And this is Chimino Podcast.